internet brings comic fans around the world into one comic community. We support the just pay and recognition of these comic creators' comic fam. Because comics are for everyone. It's 10 p.m. Eastern, live from the United States to Australia. This is the Not Near Mint Show. Welcome to Not Near Mint, everybody. This is a brand new episode of Not Near Mint. And, well, it looks like we just lost our guest for a moment.
No!
Or something's playing in the background, and I'm pretty sure it's one of our shows. Oh, it was me. Welcome, everyone. It's not an episode of Not Near Mint if we don't start with a glitch. We'd like to take this opportunity to welcome a very special guest. His name is Derrick Crow. He was in episode 107 a while back. His book is Fletcher Cross. Let's Bring Him In. It's a trade paperback now out on Kickstarter. You'll see the scroll at the bottom of your screen in just a moment. Welcome, Derrick Crow. Hey.
Hello.
Derrick.
Did you all just lose me just now?
Yeah.
We did. For
Okay.
like a hot second.
That was 100% my fault and not a glitch. I hit a button and it took me right out.
Not at all. What wound up also happening on my part is I wound up having a cat. And along with a cat, I had the video playing in the background. And I'm going, is it on my phone? Is it on this? It doesn't matter. We figure it out. How have you been, Derrick?
I'm doing pretty good. How about, can you lift Kitty a little higher?
Well, let's blow Kitty up.
So cute.
That's not Kitty. That's
Kitty.
Kitty.
Hi, everyone. Kitty.
What's his
Oh,
name?
her name is Bass. Bass.
You're probably hearing my wife off the screen.
Oh,
she
it's
is
okay. Her name is Bass.
so cute. No, that's the special guest.
No spawn
right
today, Ace, I assure you.
I've been doing really well. Thank
Whenever
you.
we have a cat on
Nice.
screen, we have to do it.
Yeah. That's
I
the
feel
star of the
like
show.
the dog in the movie Up, where instead of squirrel, I see kitty and I lose all attention span. I have the
Same
attention
here.
span of a goldfish.
I'm sure goldfish do look at cats and go, "Oh my gosh, cat."
So we're just going to keep Kirk with that kitty next to him that entire episode just to throw me off, to make it that much more, I don't know, maybe a little cringier on my part. So you haven't, not new, but the collected edition of Fletcher Cross. So how has it been with the Kickstarters and now getting this collected together?
It's been all right. We're doing this a second time because the first one we did last year didn't exactly go in our favor. But that's okay. Not enough people know who we are, so we're trying to get it together. And by we, I mean Foreign Press Comics, who is the publisher of the book, and Kyler Merrill is both the owner of Foreign Press and then also my co-editor on this book. And he couldn't make it tonight. But it's going good. We are running it a second time. We just started like 2 days ago, if not yesterday. I can't remember at this point. And we're asking for a smaller amount this time. And we're already almost a fifth of the way through. So That's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, it shows on the Kickstarter page that out of $2,500 goal, which is pretty low, that is something attainable. And people out there, if you're watching this, he put together this entire book. It was supposed to come out for the first Kickstarter, but I imagine this finally came together as a fully realized story, and now you were able to conclude it, or at least get it to the point where maybe you could branch it off into another volume if this is successful. So how did you, don't tell us how you wrapped it up, but did you come to a new conclusion of how you wanted this to go after that last Kickstarter?
What do you mean by that exactly? Like the actual story, or getting
So
the
you
book
had the
published.
first issue that I imagine that you were trying to get out, and then if that didn't fully achieve maturity on Kickstarter and you finished it at this point, did you change or alter what you were intending on in order to get to the end of this project?
We actually changed the order of the stories a bit, so to give it a more cohesive feel than it had even last time. We've re-lettered some of the stories. We've got it more publisher ready, publishing ready, print ready, I should say, print ready. There's a few small tweaks left to do, but other than that, it's like last time. It's ready to go. Like it's more print ready now than it has ever been before. So the only risk is that we couldn't get it printed on time because of supply chain issues. Is the only best way I can put it. But there's not a real risk to backing it. It's a fully done thing. It's been finished for over a year now. It's all been small tweaks. Like there was one chapter where, like I said, the printing was too small, or there was another chapter where it was a little too big and it didn't fit on the page well enough. So we fixed all that. But that's more or less it. Like we did make some changes to the Kickstarter from last time. Now with every 20 backers, all tiers will get free extra digital comics from other indie creators. So pre-campaign, we got 77, I believe, followers, and so we added 3 books to every tier. They're not on the Kickstarter currently being advertised, but Kyler's on vacation, so when he gets back, he's going to add those. And then we have just over 20 backers currently. I think 25, 26, something like that. So we added a 4th. And so, like, on top of getting Fletcher, whatever tier you get, you will also get a digital copy so far of Fairy Fair by Nick Bryan, Starless Daydreams by Frankie White, Hellbillies.
I love the name.
And who I can't remember the creative team behind that currently. And one more. Let me see if I can get that name real quick. Something in the Adventure Knots. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the name.
Yeah, and I remember that we had Kyler Morrell on the show a while back with Valkyrian, and even Kurt. Didn't you get that in the mail just a couple weeks back?
I believe so. It's somewhere. I can't find it. It's my room is
much like this place is buried.
it definitely is.
But I definitely got that. Rick Flash and the Adventure Knots. And thank you for getting Valkyrian for him. That's awesome. It's a good book.
Yeah, it was great.
But these are all. We reached out to several other creators asking, "Hey, would you be okay with us adding your book as add-ons for our Kickstarter?" And many said yes and sent us their books to use. So everyone's fine with it, and we have several others that are already approved to be added on. We just need more backers, and the goal is every 20 backers we will add another one. So you pay $20 for one 120-page graphic novel, and you could get up to 12 extra comics for free. So,
but that's great how close the community is, that you guys are working so close together that you guys can promote each other like this with it,
thank you.
I love that concept.
Yeah, now that the supply chain issues are starting to get resolved, I mean, I haven't heard about any kind of paper problems, other than Marvel giving us really poorly It really is. It's equivalent to toilet paper.
We
for
just
some
got
of
we
the
just got a
second
backer.
prints. But
Well, it's like
you're putting it on good paper. We're not hearing stories from any industry anymore about, hey, we might have some issues with delays on this particular issue, so we've had to allocate. We're not hearing that anymore.
Well, it's
Yeah.
more smaller publishers like I know Starfruit Books and Glacier Bay have had some slow down issues. Like Starfruit, I had pre-ordered a book from them last August, and they had some actual like putting the book together. They had to finish doing that, but it did take a while for them to get all of us the books. Like I just got the book I pre-ordered last August, last week. So not that that would happen to us. That's like the only risk is that it could take a little while to get it, but you would get it. It's finished. The whole thing's made. There's not a risk of it not being finished or anything like that. It just needs to be printed.
It's not like, hey, it's on a ship out in China, and hey, by the way, there's another ship that got caught in the Suez Canal that's now lodged
Exactly.
in, and
we
we're
already
not going
got
to get that. Hopefully, we're past that, and we can now get these comics into people's hands where they can finally get a chance to read this. And say it's been August of 2021 that you've been attempting to do this, and now it's finally here. June 2022, almost a year later, and still worth it.
Yeah,
I definitely want to get my hands on it. Anything that had to do with like jumping through the multiverse, like I'm there.
Thank you, and thank you, Papa Likes Comics, for supporting the campaign. There's not like for anyone who's unaware of what the story is. Fletcher Cross, the titular character, is he has helped create a dimensional hopping machine called the Dimensionalizer, and when it is about to be used by people that he doesn't, he decides he wants to test it out before anyone else can, before it's ready, and so he essentially steals it, and because he's helping create it for a corporation that he's working for. And then he goes on all these adventures, and it's basically become, not only is he having these actual physical struggles and adventures in all these different genre set stories, but he's also having an internal struggle with himself of whether or not he wants to give up this machine that is allowing him to have so many of these adventures. So the story of hubris, arrogance, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But and he does go on a very specific journey and he changes over time based on the adventures he has. And we worked really closely with everyone on that, mostly saying like, have free reign to do whatever you want. We will fit his story into your adventures that you have him go through.
And that's a great like concept of like, would you consider this an anthology or like a one street kind of story? Like
it is an anthology in the fact that everyone had their own idea of what story they wanted to tell with him, and you could see him as the theme, the dimensional hopping as the theme, genre hopping as a theme. But where it's different from most anthologies is it is one continuous and cohesive story. Yeah,
and I love that. That is so creative. Because you don't see that a lot in anthologies. It's
usually the stories are connected by like interlude chapters.
Yeah.
Which this does have interlude chapters, kind of connecting them, but how he comes out of everything is based off of the actual adventures he has versus just a character who's introducing you to all these different stories, if you know what I mean.
I totally get what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're working a character through a certain type of character arc, you know where he's going to end up. So now it's just a matter of working all the different trips that he's taken throughout all the multiverse to get him to that stage of where the resolution should lie, which is most of the fun. I mean, isn't that life?
Yeah, and we didn't want anyone to have any sort like there were very few notes on he should act like this on this part of the story. Um, we wanted everyone to have as free reign as possible, and then Kyler and I worked to make his story fit with everyone else, so that it felt like a story between all of us versus all 20 plus of us who worked on this versus just the two of us dictating what should happen.
Nice. And I'm glad that we're seeing people here. And I wish that Ace was around tonight. One day we will have them back very soon.
Yeah.
And whenever there's a support of a campaign, there's something very special that they do, but we're not going to advertise that here until they're back. But it is something to be had.
Yes.
So, aside from the campaign here, have you been making any rounds to comic book conventions, talking to other creators about the book, maybe working on new projects?
I think Kyler had a table at a convention here recently, if I remember correctly, or he has one coming up where he's definitely talking about it. I have not gotten to go to a con in a long time. The last one I went to was a local convention, small one, last year, and I only got to go for a day. And I basically just supported my friend Nathan, who's actually in chat right now. Nathor's one. He had an art booth, so I just supported him. I have not gotten to do anything like that. Oh, and Nathan, who's in chat, he also has a chapter in the book as well with me.
Oh, nice.
So, do you happen to have any pages of artwork on you that you might be able to show the audience?
I don't. I mean,
if not, that is okay.
I don't have anything physical.
Oh, okay. I always just think that it's really cool when someone can just pull out an original page going, so this is going to be one of the pages that's inside of the book. Like, okay,
Man,
I like seeing what production art looks like.
Yeah, I wish I could. I do not have anything like that.
So again, on Fletcher Cross right now, we have how many days left to support this so that people can know how much time left. And you shouldn't be sitting on this because a Kickstarter campaign, you can think, oh, a week out, 2 weeks out, I can wait for my paycheck. I'll just go ahead and buy this book. Oh, wait, that was 2 days ago, that campaign. Oh, don't let that happen.
Well, we got 26 days to go.
Okay.
And we're asking for 2,500 for this time around, and that was the minimum we decided we could go to still print this and it look good and have enough for everyone to get a copy who backs it. And then we have 26 days to go, and we are just a few dollars shy of $500, which would put us a fifth of the way through already.
Nice.
And as soon as I check my bank account, I want to make sure that I can put a little bit towards that myself. And
I've been talking to my coworkers. I'm like,
well, when you see like some of the
literally
things I
any of
got
you.
today, it's like, yeah, there's reasons why I need to hold
Number
up.
5.
Well, it's like
I have a problem.
it's not just like Kyler and I wanting to get this printed. Like, we want everyone who put the work in on this, who signed up to do this with us, we want them to get their due. We want them to actually have a physical book. We want them to have their moment to shine. All of us on this are small-time creators. Like, we're all friends. We should, and I want everyone to be able to hold something in their hands that's theirs. Plus, I know Kyler wants to do more Kickstarters after this for Foreign Press Comics, doing other books. So this is a stepping stone to that. Like, if we can make this a success, then there's a chance for Foreign Press to continue growing and be able to put out more works, stuff like that.
And Michael Eamon put something in the chat that's
why I was laughing.
very distinctive, and I have to address this. I buy a lot of comics that I probably shouldn't, Spawn being one of them, because I don't actually, I don't read. I have a whole long box over here of Spawn that I don't read. And if I would just put some of this money instead, just like how I have these great comics behind me, if you put some of this money that instead of buying comics that maybe you might not read and put it towards something that instead might help out smaller creators, because we have a guy, his name is David Pepos. He's writing for Marvel now, and I bought 3 issues of his today. And by that, I don't mean 3 separate issues. I mean of the same one, because when it's Marvel, yeah, that's a lot easier. Why? Because it's in a store. It's like a convenience purchase. When you're at a Publix, well, you don't know what Publix is if you don't live in the South. If you're at a supermarket and you see a candy bar, you might go, you know what? I want that. Red Bull, hell yeah, we'll take that too. Hey, do you want to order away for this really special candy bar that's going to taste really fantastic and not like this store-bought stuff? Yeah, but when is it going to come in? Like in a few months.
Yeah.
Well, this is right now. If you would just hold off just a little bit.
Oh no, I get it. Like, that's why I struggle with buying stuff online versus in a store, because
I need all this Spawn. I do not need all this Spawn.
I absolutely love walking out of the store with something that day.
Yeah.
But
thank you.
But it's the same concept of like Etsy. Like, you know, you want to be able to support like people that are, you know, making stuff that they're, you know.
Yeah.
Themselves.
Like, well, I could sit here and talk myself up. Like, please support me and all that stuff. But more than anything, I just want a chance to actually let all of our creators on here shine. Like, I want
you want to share their work. Yeah.
Like, I personally want a future in comics, writing bigger stuff, having more work out there. But I'm not the only one, and we have 20 plus people in this graphic novel that also want that, and I want all of them to have the chance to, you know, have a book, like, have more work, be able to show off their stuff, be able to look at it and go, I did that, and I have it in printed form. Like,
no, I totally understand. Are you laughing
that is
at the
a
chat?
pretty damn good way of putting it, Nathan. Spawn is fast food. Fletcher
Cross is
no.
Great. I love it. Great analogy.
You know what? That is a new caption.
That's amazing.
Please put that on a shirt. I'll wear it.
That should be the tagline at the top of your book. Spawn is fast food. Fletcher
Cross.
Honestly, yeah, that's
good.
pretty good.
I love it.
I'm gonna screenshot that now.
Oh,
Nathan, I love you, man.
Spawn, yeah. They are not wrong.
True. No, I agree. But there are a lot of like Kickstarters that I would love to like put money, like take it all. But it's it is that
same here. Like, I have some people that I support regularly through Kickstarter when they have a new one, and then I have others that I'm just like, that looks really cool, and I want to support you. Like Blue Turtle Comics, another Oklahoma-based publisher. Like, I get everything of theirs that I can. Through Kickstarter.
I think for me, once I'm more comfortable with digital media, because I'm slowly getting there, slowly being able to a little more comfortable with digital media. I think I will probably back a lot more Kickstarters because I can just buy the digital book and read it there.
Yeah, well, I have a mixed collection of digital and print. I would love everything in print. I don't have enough room for everything in print.
No, yeah, that's true, and I'm getting to that point too.
I'm just like, at some point, I just have to accept that I'm gonna read this in digital, and that's good enough.
Yeah.
Or maybe one day I can also have it in print if I like it enough.
But I'm looking at some of the pledges, and it comes with a lot of perks, like this dinosaur poster. I want that. That's what I want. That
Yeah,
looks clean.
that Sonia Kinsey print.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's from her story Hollow World that she wrote and drew. She did that print for us, and so we also have it as a alternate cover as well for one of the pledges.
Yeah, I definitely want that one. And even the Jack Van
Jack, yeah, he's good.
That one's clean too.
He did the final chapter with me in the book.
Nice.
Yeah, and then Veronica Jones did the new main cover that we have, I believe.
Okay, I'm going to make a deal with you tonight. When we start doing comic book therapy, which is coming up in just the next minute or so, anytime I have a second copy of the same book with another cover, just a different cover, same book, just go buy Fletcher Cross, Rob. Just interrupt me and say that. It's fine.
Just stick to the B cover, Rob.
And Veronica Jones
got both.
F Nazis story with Tyler.
Oh wow,
that's gonna be worth it alone. And there's a podcast that I should be listening to from Foreign Press. That is something that now that I'm aware that it exists, I'm going to need to check that out.
Is that a good podcast? I'm always looking for a new podcast to listen to.
Yeah, definitely support Foreign Press. I'm not a part of it. That's Kyler's thing. Foreign Press is his baby. He brought me on to help him with Fletcher Cross, and this became our child. But yeah, definitely anything Foreign Press related. Go out, support it, support Kyler. He's a great guy, and he's really putting in the work to build a life where he gets to just make comics, and it's incredible to watch. And then I also have a webcomic on Foreign Press as well, Natality. Although we haven't put out a new chapter in a while, just because I've been taking a break for a little bit, so that's on me. So,
but sometimes you have to take a break.
Well, we never want any creator to burn out.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so the things that have happened in the manga world completely different away from comics. So One Piece is going on hiatus. Others are completely finishing out their runs.
Good.
I'm glad it's going on hiatus. Run.
So
catch up. You had mangaka creators put out things week in, week out, all of a sudden it's 20 years go by and this is our mangaka. He's 42 years old. Really? He looks like he's 80. Why? You worked him to death.
Well, that's what happened to Naruto. Naruto, like the creator wrote himself in a corner at one point because he was just like
Kishimoto wrote himself into a lot of corners, but but in his defense, as much as I'm not a fan of the later half of Naruto, he also had been doing it for over a decade at that point.
Yeah,
I understand.
I was in high school when that was going on.
Yeah, like Ichiro Oda, of One Piece, is sort of like I was talking actually to Nathan the other day of like he's a once in our lifetime sort of creator in that he's been this series has been going on for almost, if not 25 years solidly. Yep. This is the second time that I know of that he's taken a hiatus, and like the last time, it's only a 1 month long hiatus, and he's still working on it during that month. It's just not going to be publishing for a month.
Yeah.
Well, what happens when they go, hey, we like money, and I know you're done with it, but you know that Berserk? Well, the creator's dead, and we're bringing it back anyway.
No.
Well, I'll talk about that in a second, because that's a different thing. But like with One Piece, what I meant by that was like it's still good. It's still really good. Like everyone who reads One Piece loves One Piece, and that's just not. It just doesn't happen for something that's been going on so long. For Berserk, yes, Kentaro Miura died. I think last year, if I remember correctly. I don't remember why. I think it was a medical issue, but I could be wrong on that. But the team he worked with, yes, while money is definitely a thing, they want to keep that train running. They're also going to go off, finish it based off of his notes and conversations he had with them. They're not going.
Okay.
They're not going to add anything original to it. They're going to do only what he said he wanted to do, and I feel like a lot of creators would want their story to be finished in some way. I don't think a lot would feel satisfied having died with an incomplete. Satoshi Kon, one of my favorite,
Oh,
my favorite director, actually.
Perfect
He
Blue.
died.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died before he could finish The Dreaming Machine, and he
Ooh.
asked his friend, who now runs Studio Mappa, but ran Studio Madhouse at the time, to finish the film for him, and they said they would. We have no idea why it was never made, but I know Satoshi Kon wanted it finished. So, and I think that's how most creatives would react. Unfortunately, like you said, manga is just so hardcore that a lot of creators die because or from overwork.
No, I agree.
Like Togashi from Hunter x Hunter, he has serious back issues, so that's why that series goes on years-long hiatuses. And as good as that series is, nothing's more important than the actual health of the artist. And if he wants to finish it, let him finish it, or let it be finished in a way that he wants it finished.
Michael.
I mean, Orson Welles wound up having post-death his director's cut of Touch of Evil finally restored to the way it was supposed to be, because producers went, "This is too expensive. We're just going to finish it the way that we want to, and screw you." So he's like, "Fine," and stepped away from a lot of filmmaking for a lot of time. So yeah, I want to see that restored, because there were notes. I mean, not just copious notes, but freaking handbook this large full of hand notes of what he wanted done with this book, with this movie. So it was faithfully restored, and I believe that things like that can be done. We're not talking DC Andrews where, hey, let's do Mars in the Attic forever.
These are also his friends doing it, and his team that he worked with on the book. So it's people who know and love him versus it just being like a studio that's like, oh, well, it doesn't matter if they're gone. We want to keep that money train rolling. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we like money over here.
Yeah.
And I'm reading here, Kentaro Miura died back on May 6th, 2021 due to
my birthday?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
He was 54 years old.
No. Super young, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to continue on. I know the anime series wasn't to everybody's liking, but
the new one, the old one from the 90s is still
it was fantastic. And the last 2 episodes ended on one of the greatest cliffhangers of all time, which is basically the beginning of the manga.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, did you like how the story ended? Well, throw in a fairy and a few extra characters and that much more pathos, and you have Berserk. You only saw the beginning of that shit from the original anime. I can't believe we're talking about anime right now on a comic book show, but I love it.
It all depends on the situation. I personally support the Berserk one, but they also mentioned that they're going to bring it to an end versus,
like
making it go on indefinitely. Yeah.
Yeah, certain ones feel as though there's no end in sight because we like money, and as long as you guys are watching this or reading this, we're going to keep it going. We have no intentions on ending this.
Like Naruto finished, Kishimoto's still alive, but they are milking that series for everything. And I from what I've read,
Dragon Ball,
Naruto,
exactly. Yeah.
Akira Toriyama walked away from Dragon Ball years ago, but he goes, "Yeah, I like signing that royalty check that I get to cash all the time. So sure, make as much as you want. Dragon Ball Super, fuck yes." So we've been talking about anime. have you seen Ms. Marvel? And we're going to throw up a little bit of a spoiler alert here. Anybody that's watched Ms. Marvel, hopefully you have. Otherwise, we're not going to talk too much in depth about it. But what did you all think about Ms. Marvel that just dropped today?
You want to go first?
Go ahead, Derek. Go ahead, Derek. Yeah. Guess first.
I quite liked it. I still am not sure how I feel about the power change, but we'll see how we'll see how it goes. I personally would like to see her comic accurate powers, but the actual show itself so far has been very good. The first episode was very good. I love Iman as Kamala. The entire supporting cast was really good. Yeah, it was a very good first episode. Better than I would say a lot of the Disney Plus shows so far.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So, Kirk, what do you think?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Michael's comment. I totally agree with you. Like, I'm a big Inhumans fan. Most people know, like, I love the Inhumans, and she's an Inhuman. Like,
yeah,
that's how she got her powers. And so I was a little skeptical about like how to perceive this show, but I loved it. It they did it really well. And we got to remember, like, this isn't made for us, the fans. It's made for this new generation of fans to grab fans into the Marvel universe.
It's a young adult adventure. Like,
yeah,
that's why
totally. But I loved it. It was great.
Now, I'm going to go back to Rose Gray's comment here. They say, fantastic, best Marvel live action to date. Now, I watched the video that Comics Explained put out earlier today on this, and I agree tremendously. I love this show. It's only one episode in. I really had to look up and find out who the hell those people were at the tail end, which, by the way, extra spoilers, folks, if you haven't seen it. Post-credit sequence, there's some people talking saying, hey, there's this girl over here in Jersey City that has Green Lantern powers. Yeah, let's go pick her up. Like, who the hell was that? That's Damage Control appearing in Marvel.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
Issue number 19, first appearance. Expect that to be going up. So the Green Lantern element, hey, Green Lantern's my favorite DC character next to Batgirl.
Yeah.
So I'm in love with Green Lantern. That's no secret. And I don't exactly have a problem with the fact that they kind of changed her powers a little bit. She's a polymorph. And a polymorph is whatever you really want it to be. So if she can stretch and embiggen, she can still do this with her little Green Lantern power, we'll call her a Blue Lantern for this. So she can use her Blue Lantern ring on her arm to stretch and big and do whatever she needs to do. And she kind of exemplified this in the very first episode. And I might be talking a little fast because this is how excited I am about this show. And the one segment that really touched me the most, and it shows that it pulled from G. Willow Wilson's ideas and scripts and her thoughts. And the fact is, when you had Kamala say, a brown girl from Jersey City doesn't become
yes.
I had a tear come down.
I got goosebumps.
It was that good. So for me, it is so far one episode in with no idea who the bad guy is going to be yet, nor do I care. So far,
it'd be funny if
Marvel
it was Damage Control.
Oh yeah.
So we like Green Lantern as Kamala Khan. We can still possibly see her with the polymorph powers when she goes, hey, I had it inside me all along, like a 1980s movie. I don't need this bracelet, but I'll keep wearing it just in case, But that was another thing that Ace, they sent a picture earlier today of people complaining, hey, the Christian values are gone from Marvel.
I saw that, yeah.
It's a Pakistani superhero, and sorry, not sorry, we don't see this very often, and people out there need to be represented. And if they don't see that representation, they give up or they don't
I
care.
agree.
They move
I
on to
agree.
something else. But when they see themselves in the media that they consume, whether it's anime, comics, manga, whatever have you, that brings them to the game. And when they start reading that or watching just that one series, because I'll admit it, this is Scott Pilgrim for little girls. And if this brings a couple kids in, and you only need a handful, because I was one of those kids that watched X-Men, and now I'm trying to buy an X-Men number 4. We're going to have somebody watching Ms. Marvel and one day going, yeah, you know what? I buy that Captain Marvel number 17 second print like it's nothing. That's water to me now.
Except kids don't have to run home to watch it now. They're just streaming it now. I ran home to watch X-Men.
Like there's 8 billion. I think 8 billion people on this planet. There's enough to go around for works that can be both adult and young adult, or even for kids. So the fact that Marvel is trying to do something for all of these demographics is what matters.
Yeah.
And that helps. So I'm looking forward to see where this is going. I know that we've been hearing, well, we might wind up having Clandestiny or Clandestine. I don't know who that is. I don't care who it is. But hey, if they can make it good, maybe they can finally make a Marvel Comics Presents comic from that first volume actually be worth some money.
Do we know how long this series is going to be? Because I know a lot Marvel's either has like
Yeah, I believe it's 6 episodes.
Yeah, this one was like 45, 50 minutes, so I don't know if they're going to go about an hour each or so, but I'm looking forward to the rest. And
same here. It was really good.
All right, so are we ready to talk about some comics?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so I guess we're doing some comic book therapy time. Here we go.
So what exactly is the problem? Tell Dr. Worst.
It's Swole Black Cat. I see her in my dreams.
It is okay. Swole Black Cat cannot hurt you.
Well, what if I want her to hurt me?
What?
What?
I love that.
I want her to hurt me.
That took me for a ride.
And I played that particular one for a good reason tonight.
Why?
Because I mean,
like
aside from getting this beautiful thing.
Oh.
Well, I picked up some back issues, and I'm going to let everyone else go first. But one of them was the third Black Cat. It'll go nicely with my first.
No, let me see.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
Love it.
So I'll wait for you to come back, and so I will let our special guest, Derrick Chow.
Chow.
Crowe.
Yes.
Derrick Crow. We call you by the right name this episode because that first episode I messed up so badly.
Oh, you're fine. It was
Do you have
funny
a
the
couple
first time.
books
It
you
will
wanna
always
show?
be funny. What?
Do you have a couple books you want to show?
Yeah, I could actually grab some real quick if you don't mind. Give me a second here. I'm sorry. I don't have them at the ready, but I did get some new books the other day.
If everyone else is grabbing books, I will show the new.
I just have 2 books to show. So let me go first.
Well, they're new for me. They're not new in that they were published this year.
Oh, nice! Books are books.
Series.
Last week I was showing off like my Fantastic Four book, so it's all good. And those are old.
Oh, I love the comments. I love our chat. We have some of the best people in our chat.
Oh, my baby's gone. She's asleep now, so I can.
You want to show some books? Well, it's just my back issues. I'll save for last. Now I'll go in reverse.
Yeah, you got a couple that I've dreamed to have in my collection. Well, now that I don't have a pull list anymore, like I could make it a reality.
So if I was, holy shit! Now that was an eBay alert. From
No,
the other
wait,
day.
what? Wait,
No, I'm not bidding on anything. Not after today.
No, but I'm like, you can set that up like that? That's clean.
No, it's just my alarm because if there's if there's something I'm bidding on, I'll set an alert for about 3 minutes before because I'll know immediately to jump to eBay and go, okay, what am I
fall
watching?
asleep, dude.
Oh shit. So that's how I wound up getting what I'll show y'all next week, because I bought 2 issues and back issues that are some of the last ones I'll need for this particular run that Lady Fantastic just wound up finishing earlier this year.
No, I think I have an idea what it is.
You have a shirt. All right. So
oh, nice.
that run.
You lucky bastard. I want to complete that one too.
That alert that just went off here, I just haven't turned off my alarm, but that was from last night where I went, yeah, if I don't get this now while it's on a dip, this thing's going to come right back the fuck up.
Yeah, I understand that.
All right, so Comics on the Mind, you said you had 2 books.
Yeah, I just got 2 books. They're both the same issue. I don't know why I didn't show these last time, and if I did show them, I'm just going to show them again because I can. But everybody knows I'm a Scotty Young fan, and he came out with this new series called Twig, and I loved it. It was great.
Ooh.
It was a great read. Issue number 2 just came out today,
I like how
so
that
I'll probably pick it up next week. He didn't do this cover, but he did this cover, so I got both covers. I have to get.
Okay.
I know. I love his little chibi baby art. It's so great. Yeah, that's all I picked up. But it was a great read. I definitely suggest picking it up if you haven't read the story. It's great.
I think there's a second print that has been solicited. Issue number 3 is on FOC this week. I just put it on.
Did he do the cover for the second print, or
I don't know, because I did that FOC a while back and I can't remember. Sometimes if I see no image available, my weird mentality is to go, well, if it's no image available, that could potentially be a first cover appearance. I got to get out of that mentality. I mean, Kirk, while you might not have a pull list anymore, it might not be a bad thing, because now you can focus on the stuff that you actually care about. Because some of the things you're getting every Wednesday, you wind up finding yourself maybe a year later going, I don't remember getting this. Sure as shit, I remember reading it.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Like I've been able to take a step back and realize, like, damn, I haven't bought any like back issues or old school Silver Age books like I like to, because of I've been drowning in my pull list. You know what I mean? Because I got to keep up with all the reading.
Yeah, I get that absolutely.
And I'm like, why am I not utilizing? Because I have Marvel Unlimited, and I can just they'll eventually be on there, and I can just read them on there. So it's like, why not just do that?
My biggest issue of Marvel Unlimited, and I don't know if they've changed it since I had last time Marvel Unlimited, but they don't have all of the 80s and 90s Silver Surfer run on there. It jumps around.
Yeah, I haven't looked for that series.
I need him to hurry up and show up in the MCU so they all be on there.
Lady Fantastic is working on her end of the run. Last 20 issues of Silver Surfer, and that shit ain't cheap.
Oh no, I only got 1 issue, and it's an Inhumans issue.
Like, I have a sizable portion of it, but not nearly.
Yeah, I just want that issue 4, because I'm probably not going to be able to get 3. 3 will be impossible.
Oh, you're talking about the Volume 1 Silver Surfer.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're talking about the one after that one.
Yeah, the 80s long running run, because I have
the Ron Mars and Ron Lim.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the current miniseries is based off of. Though, to get the original number 1 of Silver Surfer would be a dream come true.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it from Old Wolf for about like maybe $300 or so, but the cover, the back cover is almost ripped almost entirely off. It's hanging by about this much, but the front cover looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
Yeah.
But now I need a 2, a 4, and everything up from that.
Yeah.
Which I've seen a few of the issues at my shop today, but when you see some of my back issues, you'll go, oh, that's why you didn't get them. Good job, Rob. So Derek, do you have the books?
Yes, yeah, and I've gotten to hold a copy of that original Silver Surfer once, and it was going for $75 because a mouse had bitten off the corner of it. But I did not have $75 on me, and when I did, it was already gone.
I know. I had the same reaction, dude.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
One of my local when I was
stop talking. Go to jail.
when I was living in a bigger city, one local comic shops there had gotten it with just a bunch of other comics, and that's what they were selling for. I really wanted it, but no luck. So I will settle for my Masterworks collection of that original series for now. But anyways,
Fantasy masterpieces.
So I did recently get the first 4 issues of the DC Earth Prime series going on right now, the Arrowverse comics crossover. Loving that so far. I will be getting issue 5 later this week. I don't have the books on me currently, but here are the books. So we have a local bookstore chain called Half Price Books, and one of the locations, unfortunately, went out. So they're having a huge sale. So I bought these, and it's a mix of actual books and some comics. Chasing Dragons, an introduction to martial arts films, and it goes over like samurai films and martial arts films throughout the last several decades.
Oh, nice.
Kgoto's Kinetic Girls Artbook.
Oh, sweet.
They did the designs for an anime I really like called Kitty Grade, so I had to get this. The first book in the Fate Stay Night Complete Materials.
I love that series.
It's so good. I cannot show you.
Good.
It's just phenomenal. Like,
yeah, so that series gets intense, dude.
My ex-wife bought that art book, and I remember it was like about $50 or $80. It's now about $300 up if you can find it at all.
For which book?
That one, the one that you're showing.
This one right here.
That one.
I got it for $20.
What? My God.
It's in near mint.
It's in your collection.
Someone, I guess, sold a bunch of their copies, and if I get the opportunity, I still can get several of the others in this series for about $30-$35 each.
Do it.
If I have the money. But I saw this, and it was $20, and I was like, I have to get it. So, very happy for that. Yeah, the Fate series is incredibly huge, and so I'm both surprised and not surprised that's that much. I am surprised I got it for so little, though. 100 greatest graphic
but the difference
novels.
between One Piece and Fate Stay, you could pretty much knock out Fate Stay in a weekend by the comparison of One Piece.
Oh, absolutely, and that's consuming all of the different anime for Fate. But I will say for One Piece, if you could read 30 years of Batman, you can read 25 years of One Piece.
Yeah, no, real talk. I agree.
But anyways, 100 greatest graphic novels. Stuff that I know of and stuff that I didn't, so really wanted that. The Art of Watching Films. It seems to be an actual textbook on watching on filmology, so wanted to get that. The Astounding Illustrated History of Fantasy and Horror. So
Michael says you're sitting on a gold mine. Nice.
And then for the comics that I got, The Man Who Laughs, a heavy metal comics collection. Thieves World from the 80s. Looks like some early Tim Sale stuff.
Oh, nice.
And then The Fish Police, Volume 1.
Yes, I have the first issue. That is did you know it's a cartoon series too?
I didn't
not
even know that.
I remember the cartoon series. I forgot that was a comic series to begin with.
Yeah. I have a couple of the floppies.
Spawn is probably not on that list of 100 greatest graphic novels.
No. I would not expect it to be.
It better not be.
So,
Unless Alan Moore wrote one.
you know what? Here's a good way. You can get rid of all your Spawn comics. Here's a good way to binge Spawn. There is, if they have all of their episodes still available, there's a YouTube channel called Geekvolution. They did a series where they went through every single piece of Spawn media that exists. Every single comic, there was a board game, the movie, cartoon series,
the TV show,
and all of it. And they made a whole ongoing like narrative out of it. And it's really funny and really good if you just want to learn about Spawn, but not actually, read Spawn.
I'd like to do that without dropping IQ points.
It's really good.
I mean, they're beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's just I tried reading.
Here's my cat, Nora.
Kitty! Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. Is it she or he?
She's in your
she's
chat.
Beautiful.
She's about 4 or 5 years now.
My baby's only like, I think 2-3 months.
Oh, that is so
two,
cute.
2 or 3 months. So cute.
Yeah.
What was its name again?
Oh, her name is Bass. I named her after
Bass.
the Panther god from Black Panther.
Gotcha. That's awesome.
No, I can't afford to lose any more IQ points. Thanks, Ace, for pointing that out. Exactly as Nathan said there. Cat, and I lost all my concentration.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess should I show some comic books?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see how many pledges we can get out of you for Fletcher.
All right, here we go. We're going to start with the new books. I did not get a chance to put them in order, so you're going to be seeing them in the order that I finished bagging them. Starting with the last one that I bagged, Deathstroke issue number 8. This is the second print variant, which means
Do you have the first print? Yep, there you go. That's a Fletcher Plaza right there.
That's We're gonna get all of our money from Rob, and I'm fine with that.
Here's Twig issue number 2.
Nice.
I'm going to pick up mine tomorrow.
So good. I definitely want to pick this up now. I did not know about it.
Scotty's the writer, and I've been don't get me wrong, I love his artwork, but it reminds me of the early days of Marvel when they had Brian Michael Bendis there, and Joe Quesada had to sit him down and go, yeah, I know you want to work on all these books here, but we didn't bring you in as an artist. We brought you in as a writer. You're a writer.
Hey,
I feel like
Arizona.
kind of telling him, I love your work. 2 covers. You are a writer.
He just happens to be a better writer. I mean, he's a great artist, but he's just a better writer, like you said.
That's how I believe. I mean, after reading the Me You Loved in the Dark, after Strange Academy, Twig, I haven't read the first issue, I gotta admit, but it looks
even Middle West was like phenomenal too. That was an emotional roller
I need
coaster.
to read Middle West.
I'm missing the last 3 issues.
I need to. Yeah, I read it
Someone
online.
who lives in Middle West.
All right, here is. You're gonna be able to do this again.
No,
is that Peach
It's definitely
Momoko?
Momoko.
Oh, they're so good.
It
They have a
is.
new series.
Peach
No
Momoko. It's a
way.
5-issue miniseries of Jane Foster, the Mighty Thor.
I think I need the Peach Momoko art book. I think they have one out now, and I need it.
If you can find the original one, you're going to be paying some stupid money, especially the one like direct from Japan.
I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe
Michael,
I
yes.
can
You
get
might get it
it
for
for
$30. You got that one. It was a $300 book. You got for like
I still
$25.
can't believe that. I still can't believe that.
All right, Marauders issue number 3, more Kitty Pryde action. I got it because
Nice.
Kitty Pryde. It's not because it's X-Men. I'm trying to say no more mutants. I now have 8 long boxes in my bedroom now because I just tried segregating my mutants.
No,
And I missed an entire 2 series. All new X-Men. It takes up about this much room.
All new X-Men is pretty good though.
my small apartment could never.
Savage Avenger.
Yeah, my room is
Nice.
David Pepos.
I need to get issue 1.
Cover. Well, it's okay because I have issue 1,
Goodbye,
issue
Conan.
1, and issue 1, and an issue 2, and an issue 2, and an issue 2. Black Panther's second print of issue 5. Or wait, yeah, it's 5.
That's 2.
That's a gorgeous cover.
I said I would like donate. I didn't say like $30 each fucking book. I'm not that rich. I'm not rich at
I
all.
mean-
Oh no, we're just doing it to like let
Yeah.
you know.
But here's gonna be another book now.
In fact, for every double he has, someone else in chat should donate.
Yeah. Michael has stupid money. His money's so stupid it thinks Spawn is one of the top 100 graphic. Okay, well that is stupid. It is. Of course, the white
Look at
man
this
in
list
Florida
real quick.
said he's segregating.
Planet.
I just got canceled tonight, folks.
No.
I am the Florida man. Isn't segregating the mutants going against the spirit of Stan and Jack's idea? How dare you? Yeah, keep at least the uncanny here because that was the originalist version.
Okay, I'm looking at the list here, and I can confirm Spawn is not on it. So
Granted, I can imagine. Although the animated series was pretty good.
I have a
Oh, that
funny
was-
story
yeah.
with the animated series.
Jen Bartel Thor is part of
Jen
that
Bartel's
banner
so
of war.
good. So good.
Wolverine, second print because Deadpool.
Nice.
What is he doing in the background? Is he
I
he
think,
reading?
Just being Deadpool, just there.
Oh.
I think he's taking a selfie.
No, I love it.
On a floppy disk drive, what is he holding? Is that a tablet?
It looks
think
like
it's
a really
it's one of
huge
those-
flip phone, like
Okay.
iPhone wanted to do.
Sure, I
Didn't quite
guess.
do it. Thor number 25. It's,
Yeah,
Amazing.
what's up with this world breaking Thor? Is that like part of the banner?
so
war,
what
whatever
happened
that's
in
going
this
on?
banner of war? I guess that Thor absorbed the
banner of war.
drama, and now you have Folk or Whore. No,
Neither of those work.
Folk or Whore. I don't know. Mighty Thor. Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
actually a
cool.
really great cover.
That is a good cover.
I love
It
that.
is.
I'm
Is that
so
the- is that
excited
the-
for Love and Thunder.
Is that the A cover?
Yeah, this is A cover, the
Nice.
Momoko's B cover, but I don't love all the Momoko covers, but that one was just
Me
a
neither.
really nice one.
It's
Here's
always a hit
Ghost
or miss for
Rider
me.
I love
issue
all of
2,
them. Feed me
second
all the
print.
Momoko. That's a good cover.
I agree. No, that's not good names. That's definitely not good names. I didn't get the 1 in 25, the one people are paying for today, but I did get the regular edition of Spider-Man 3.
Nice.
I have so many copies of Amazing Spider-Man issue 3, and none of them are from volume 1.
Horse.
Batman Beyond issue 3. I have so many copies of Batman Beyond issue 3, including volume 1.
I still need to read the original was it a White Knight series?
Oh, it's good. The first
I
one's
know.
great.
I
Second
want
one
the
is-
first print. That's what I'm hunting it for, but it's hard to
Here it
come by
begins.
nowadays.
That's my boy.
Yeah, I love that TV show growing up.
Horror Smash.
But
But I think if horror is going to smash, it's a completely different version of horror smashing. And yes, Ace, you're great at being Michael Eamon. We got to get Michael back on the show.
I know.
Oh, no.
Please.
No,
Thank
not
you.
the newest. No, Ace, come on.
Horror Smash, the autobiography of my mom.
No.
Hey, if you knew their mom, you would understand that. All right, here is Dark Knights of Steel, issue 7.
Oh, I love that.
Somehow I
It's a
missed an
beautiful
issue
cover.
4 of this. I don't know how I missed 4, but there you go. Here is Multiversity Teen Justice, the B cover.
I want to read this so badly. It looks so good.
Doesn't Robin have a new costume or something like that?
It's flip-flop gender bending versions. Called
Yeah,
Hercules.
they're from a
That-
different universe, so
Nice.
gender swapped.
Yeah,
That
female
is
Robin.
Robin.
Oh, wow, it is. Holy crap.
Yeah,
And if you got a chance to see the new trailer for Gotham Knights, that you have
Oh, yeah,
Kelly.
I know.
Kelly.
Oh,
Here
nice.
is Nubia, Queen of the Amazons, issue 1, the Jay Lee cover.
Jay Lee is so good too.
I didn't get
Feed me all the Jay
regular
Lee.
cover.
That's such a good cover.
Here is Poison Ivy. I can't remember if this is Derek Chu or
Derek
you
Chow.
tell me. Derek Chow. Well, there is a Derek Chu,
Yeah.
different one.
Yeah.
But I love the cover. I just can't remember if that one's Chu or not.
It's gorgeous.
It is. I might be picking it up just for the covers, which means, oh, God damn it, DC Comics, why are you killing me with these B covers? They're so beautiful. I have to, even if I'm not reading them. No, I'm not. Here is Batman Killing Time, the second mini series / maxi series that Tom King is currently putting out. So if you're getting a little
Batman
confused,
tigers all day.
oh, the tigers are beautiful on this. I mean,
They're
Batman,
so gorgeous.
the Batman is nice, but the tigers, did a great job on that. Here's Dark Crisis #1. I know that this is Rose Gray's bittersweet poison, but it's our bittersweet poison that we will read because, hey, they might decide to reboot the DC universe again. And hey, if you didn't know why they're doing it, you can read it here because this is Justice League 75. I guess this is like a director's cut. And this is when they kill off all the Justice League and they're replacing them with the future state version, but they're not quite at the future state version because they have to fail a couple times before they get to the future state version.
Look, I'm excited for this new Justice League team because Frankenstein is on it.
No!
Batman doesn't fuck cats, though, unfortunately. And he doesn't eat. We won't talk about that. Poison Ivy's Cycle of Life and Death, and she's had a couple of miniseries with Harley. That's it. All right, here is Ghost Rider #1, third print.
Love it.
And it's just Ghost Rider, so I had to. Here is, and I wasn't going to do Fortnite, but much like Lady Fantastic was talking to us about it earlier, and hopefully she's feeling better, I wouldn't pick this up because I don't give a shit about Fortnite. I don't play games. I'm colorblind. I don't
play games,
perception.
but not Fortnite.
Same.
But Bill Sienkiewicz, I will absolutely get.
That is a good cover,
though.
I don't care what happens inside, but this is just one of the best covers he's put out in a while.
Have you
he
ever
did a really
thought of
great
just buying some
Venom
of these
annual a while back.
as art prints?
Which ones?
Have you ever thought about buying some of these as just art prints? Instead of worrying about the whole comic.
That might not be a bad idea because you mean kind of like how over the weekend at MegaCon they put out Batman 424, the completed edition, which that just means when Todd McFarlane put out this cover, and it's really cool looking Batman cover, there's the giant moon in the background, but it's not a full circle because it breaks at one point. Well, they reprinted it without the title and logo.
Oh, and the full moon.
And the full moon. He completed the full moon, and it's now $300.
Oh my gosh.
Here's Batman 124. I guess Abyss is not, but he's definitely not Clown Hunter. But it doesn't matter because next month, Chip Zdarsky is taking over, and on FOC, I ordered every single cover except for except for like the 1 in 10.
Could have bought one Todd McFarlane Batman art print for that.
You're not wrong. I mean, do I really need a Earth Prime the Flash 5 that has a photograph of Barry Allen? No.
Oh, live action Barry Allen.
See, okay, the A covers though are so, I can't remember who did the art for them, but they're so good that those are the only ones I care about for that run.
They're good, but I didn't even put this on my FOC, but he just knows that I used to watch the hell out of this show, loved it, and then completely fell off during the pandemic. Watched the last couple episodes, and it got better, I guess.
I've been playing catch up with the Arrowverse, and I feel like it's all going to be over with by the time I catch up.
It pretty much kind of already is.
I know.
I wanted that photo cover of the Flash, but got shut out. Oh, I'm sorry, Planet. We might work something out. We'll talk later. Imagine if
He needs
Rob
the
only
money
bought
for Fletcher
comics he
Cross
actually
to do
read.
it.
Right now, it would be like only 2 or 3 books because I'm putting everything in like this Mylar. That's why it has the blue tape. So since I
That's
have
a good idea.
19,000 comics, that takes some time.
The blue tape's a great idea.
Yeah,
Especially when I show you. In fact, I'm just going to pull it out real quick.
Okay, so I was going through some old comics
not
the other
that.
day, and the very first Teen Titans comic I ever bought, which was from the Jeff Johns run, it was number 7. I was a little kid when it came out, and so I got the very first Teen Titans comics I ever read. Been a big Teen Titans fan ever since, and it's been the cover's like been barely hanging on. And the other day I was going through some old comics, and it got stuck to the back of some tape on one of those bags. Completely ripped it off. Finally, I was like, I'm so bad.
I did that to one of my Avengers red cover with Hercules on it. Like, I took like parts of Hercules with it.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I mean, it was already in bad shape, so I'm not like bummed. It was just like I've been keeping that holding on for all these years, and it finally came off due to me not realizing it was stuck to tape.
There is a way. There is, like my AA group says, there is a solution. And, it's not for drinking. This is going to be a solution if you have tape on something. The reason why we use the blue tape is because, well, there's a good reason. It's not as adhesive as the regular Scotch tape, because when you destroy a book, you destroy it forever. I bought this way.
Oh no.
But I damn well know a tape tear to see one.
Yeah.
So I caught a piece of this tape on a book a while back. It was the what do you call it? Maniac of New York or Bronx of whatever that series was. Yeah, I liked it to start until they went, "Hey, we're making money. Let's run this shit to the ground." I am off after volume 2, but I caught a piece of this tape on that book, and it came off easy. But if you catch Scotch tape on it, there is a solution, and the solution is this: hair dryer.
Yep.
It's really not hard. Take a hair dryer, not too close to the book, and make it so that if you have the book with the pages facing this way, you take the hair dryer to face it in the direction of this. You don't want to blow the pages out. So you blow it out towards a section where it blow out. Yeah. And then with tweezers, if you have them, or just try and get a little bit of a corner, and then with the hair dryer, you get the heat on that book and you just slowly peel it off. It might take upwards of like half an hour, but you will have this instead of this.
Yeah.
Because half price books,
that's my little PSA for tonight.
They'll sell books, like super cheap books, and they'll put like the sticker on the actual book. And I have to do the same thing. I have to do the blow dryer thing.
Half price books doesn't have bad stickers though, compared to a lot of others. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Game Exchange still has the worst ones.
I've never been there before.
They have the worst used stickers.
Although I was looking earlier today through one of these back issues that I got, and there is a guy by the name of Robert Bell that back in the 1970s, early 70s, right around the beginning of the Bronze Age, he would put out bags the same way as BCW would. But these were the first kind of bags, and they didn't have the chemicals exactly right. So after a couple years, if you tried to take a book out of one of these bags, you would find out it was basically glued to the book.
Damn.
Nope. No, thank you.
Let us protected. All right, back to showing a couple of the new books before I get to the old ones, because we're already past an hour. We got to blow through all this quick. All right, here we have the 25. It's not a 25 sticker. Oh, I'm reading the chat as I'm trying to talk about.
I can't remember who did this art, but I've seen them post the full lineup on Twitter, and it's so
beautiful.
Good. I love that Harley design so much.
Yeah, there's a 1 in 25 by Bartel. This a little sexy, a little sassy, and it has Harley sticking her tongue out while.
No, I mean the one you're holding.
This one is. I'm glad I have this one. So this is the DC Pride. It's a $10 book, $9.99, and it features all the various different characters that are of LGBTQ plus. and also features the fact that Connor Hawke is Ace, something that we kind of knew. He's not really in relationships. He doesn't care about relationships. And at least we're starting to figure out some more different characters that are like that in even Marvel, where Nadia, the new Wasp, the unstoppable Wasp, she's Ace. So I'm glad to see that they're now giving a little bit more representation in comics. Now, this was a comic that
Legends of Tomorrow was also Ace. Is also
What
Ace.
what happened?
One of the characters in DC's Legends of Tomorrow TV show, Spooner,
Oh.
was confirmed as Ace in the final season, I guess.
I didn't watch the final season of Legends.
Well, you should. It's pretty good.
I know it had Bebo in it, and I love Bebo. But I kind of fell off most TV during the pandemic because it was mostly about, hey, let's finally start reading all these comics that I've been collecting all these years. Like this. I haven't been reading a lot of titles, but this is one that I was trying to keep up with since the first issue. There was a black and white, and they were two completely different stories. Issue 3 came out today. I missed issue 2. So I'm going to be looking for 2. It's a great story. The first series was great. It's like, here's a bunch of children that you're going to fall in love with. They're so cute, nice, and kind, and you're going to just adore them. And then by issue 3, we're going to start butchering them all.
Yeah.
All right. Another new book.
I love the concept, though.
Flashpoint Beyond issue 2. This is Jeff Johns, and it looks like Daddy Batman's giving the Psycho Pirate a spanking, or is about to pull down, and we're not going to.
Look, if anyone's into it, it's going to be Psycho Pirate.
Hey, he's into everything. Speaking of into everything, Venom needs to have a direction, and quick. I like Ram V, but this has felt directionless for the first 6 issues, so come on, pick a direction. At least Kang's on the cover, but it's going to be the War Venom, whatever the hell that means. Hey, here's another second print.
Oh,
that's another Fletcher.
By Fletcher Cross, Rob.
Do it.
Do it now.
Exactly.
Why literally right now?
I mean, I can't right now because I don't know if I have the money in my bank.
I do actually really think this new lineup for Savage Avengers looks good.
Oh, you should read the first Savage Avengers. It's fucking great. I love it.
I definitely will. I need to.
I fell off at issue 8 on that series. It wasn't that it was bad.
No,
it was
you better hop back on.
so much coming out.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That was part of one of those series that I blew out in the Black Friday sale back in the first season of us doing this show. But yeah, having Anti-Venom and Weapon H, yes, please.
Oh yeah,
and they haven't used Weapon H.
Weapon H was another one. Yeah, that was another series that a lot of people slept on too. I love the concept.
Planet Arizona Comics says, so DC is doing a Flashpoint and a Crisis at the same time. Look,
Yes.
when something's broken, keep doing it. That's the DC promise.
DC has had this many days doing something dumb. I mean, I remember that there was a
I hope they learn someday.
Well, Bleeding Cool back in the day used to do it where they'd have DC has this many days where they haven't screwed up. And it was always at 0. But to be fair, they also employed a person that sexually harassed people like to no end, and everyone knew about it. And now he's gone.
That is unfortunately probably not the only person.
All right.
The only person we've heard about.
Exactly.
I should not have gotten it, but I had the first issue. Why not? It's pretty looking.
It is very pretty, though.
I gave up on X-Men a long time ago.
I think we have passed the threshold where we are funded. Nah, thanks to Rob.
I need to bring the mic up real close and get you guys in real close.
Mm-hmm.
No more mutants.
Thanks, Scarlett.
I need to reiterate that. Really, no more mutants. So many series. I got to drop them like all. I have not read any X-Men from the new Colin Bunn. And I know Colin Bunn.
The only one I've read that I'm consistently reading is Wolverine. That's it. That's it.
Okay, so stop buying X titles. Stop buying Spawn titles. Start buying art prints.
All right, here's the last new book, and then I'll show you the old ones. Jen
So
Barksdale.
pretty.
Are they part of the crew?
They are.
They
I love
are.
Cloak and Dagger
No,
so
I am getting that shit tomorrow.
They're one of my favorite duos in comics.
Yes, I love. Did you ever get a chance to? I didn't watch it, but I
watched the crap out of the TV show. It's one of my favorite Marvel shows.
Was it great? Okay, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
It should not have ended in 2 seasons. It's so good.
Okay.
Almost every new writer that is on the block wants to do something with Cloak and Dagger, and we always hope something will happen.
I
They need
love
to bring them
I love
back.
their
Pride.
relationship. Yeah, I would love to see
yes.
a modern Cloak and Dagger. That
So,
would be great.
did you ever watch the Runaways TV show?
I watched season 1. It was good. I loved it.
Okay, well, if you watch both seasons of Cloak and Dagger, they have a crossover episode in Runaways season 3 that takes place after the series finale. So,
oh my, okay,
you're gonna have to watch both shows now.
Yeah, I got Hulu, so I'm doing it.
Go for it.
All right.
Nice.
So I have a couple back issues. Are we ready?
Let's go for it.
All right.
I've been waiting.
So I'm not going to pay as much attention to the chat. So if y'all have some questions for...
See you, Planet Arizona.
Oh, bye,
There you
Planet.
go. Oh,
Have a good rest of your
thank you
night.
for coming, Planet Arizona. Have fun at the post office. Or wait, that's not a thing that...
Oh, enjoy your vacation.
Yeah.
Woo, woo.
Oh, enjoy the vacation. Oh, yeah. All right. So I finished up my Ultimate Spider-Man run today.
Oh, nice.
It was the last one I needed.
Oh,
I have 1 through, I guess it was like 133, and then it jumped
a
into
sad
a new
story.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then it came back to original numbering, and I somehow missed the 153, but finally got it today. That is going to be the probably cheapest thing I got today.
Oh yeah.
Well, congrats on finishing it. That's probably bittersweet, but
Thank you. This one is one that I just started and will probably be finishing up maybe by the next time Lady Fantastic is on the show.
Yes, I need to
Very
continue. I only have the first 3 issues, but yes, it's so good.
So if Biggie, if you're here now, you can say, "Hey, Rob, stop showing bullshit. Now it's safe for me to watch." Oh wait, if you wanted just a little bit more bullshit, this was also new today. Apparently,
What is that?
it is Aquaman Andromeda. This is a darker take on Aquaman.
The DC Black Book.
Yes, oversized.
cover's so gorgeous.
Yeah, DC Black Label.
Black Labels, yeah.
They've been killing. My favorite one still hands down is Dead Earth. that
Like
Wonder
the
Woman book.
Amazon Historia books, some of the most
I guess
beautiful
that's
books
also what she said.
Yeah.
right now. Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Black Panther versus the Klan.
Oh, I want that one.
Now I
yeah.
need to get the one where he's facing them with the Red Hood. So now you guess, I'm working on my jungle action. I lent somebody the storyline of Daredevil, where Daredevil's identity is revealed to the entire world because it was just a great storyline before they put that genie back in the bottle. So now I'm only missing a couple more issues. So that was another back issue. Now we're going to get into a little older Hercules number 4.
Oh, I want that.
Yeah.
That's a great cover.
I
Great
recently
cover.
bought the original trade of this. That was
Oh,
published back in
nice.
the day, and it's so good. It's such a
I can't wait to see him in the MCU.
same. I'm so looking forward to Hercules in the MCU. Like, this run is so good. Like, I'm currently trying to work my way through this entire alternate timeline of Hercules stories.
All he's missing here is the hairy chest.
Oh yeah, you got to read some of the older stuff to see that.
Oh, I have his first appearance and his second appearance.
I need that. Yeah.
Yeah, that 4-issue series is good.
Ooh, what issue is that?
Love that.
This is 158. This is a
Great
Rhino
Rhino
appearance.
Now you're making me
Yeah.
want to keep my Rhino Funko Pop and not get rid of it.
Yeah, anytime you put Rhino in one of these old Bronze or Silver Age issues,
You got 104. That's my favorite. That's a great cover. Him versus the Hulk.
I'll get it eventually. But when you see again what I got today, here is the 3rd appearance of Black Cat.
Yeah.
Nice.
glad to get this. This was a nice sharp copy. This is like an 8.0. This is issue 127, the first appearance of the second Vulture.
There was
Nice.
a third Vulture?
Yeah, there's a second Vulture. It's okay if you don't remember him. He only appeared in a few issues.
Okay.
But it's not like I got these today because they were keys. It's because I'm working on my Amazing Spider-Man collection.
Yeah.
These were ones I was missing. One of these I bought once before and sold. And when you hear the reason, you're going to go, you're an idiot. So back in college, yes, this was 20 years ago, I sold, well, I'll let you see it in a minute. But here's issue 125. This is the second appearance of
Man-Wolf.
Man-Wolf. Nice.
Okay, so we need Werewolf by Night versus Man-Wolf in the MCU.
Hell yes, that's going to be a
Yes.
And then Cap-Wolf as well. We'll throw him in there. Why not?
Oh my God.
Funeral.
I've never seen a variation of that.
We never
That would be
got
cool to see in the What If series.
Yes, I agree.
in this series. This is the funeral of Gwen Stacy.
Oh, is it with that cover? Okay.
Why is he
You
fighting
never know.
Strongman?
Now, this issue and the issue after it, which I didn't get today, but I once had this before, and 20 years ago, I was more into anime than I was into comics. I was kind of shifting away, if you will.
What
And it was
happened there? Come on back.
It was because of
Waiting
a
for you.
girl.
Well, I'll tell
So-
you now, girls are really into anime now. So,
Well, this one was back then too. So I sold these two comics, and for what I got for it, I turned around and bought the box set of Gundam Wing, which I later sold that.
Gundam
too.
Wing was the worst Gundam. You need to buy 0083.
It just came out. It just came out and premiered on
there's
Cartoon
so
Network
many-
at the time.
yeah, no, that was like the only Gundam anyone had at the time in the States.
Yeah, so
Damn.
this
Yeah,
girl I
go
was dating, she was into Gundam Wing because Hero Yui. I'm like, okay, well, if you're into it, I'm into it too. So I traded this and this. I traded
Oh,
this
yeah, okay. This has always been a good cover.
for
No.
fucking Gundam Wing that I never kept. Neither
No
the comic,
way.
neither the anime series, nor the girl.
Oh, no. That's okay.
But today,
This solidifies
I bought it
Gundam Wing as one of the worst.
yeah,
I'm
Rob
glad
was
you got
into
it back,
anime,
though.
so he could get into a girl. But to be fair, I was into anime already. I just wasn't into Gundam Wing because I was going, I saw Gundam. This isn't Gundam. This is more like foo-foo, friffy, just, I don't know. It just wasn't hardcore war Gundam like 0079.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
I
one,
will
too.
say I've never
Heyo,
heard
Amazing
Gundam
Spider-Man.
considered or described that way, and I love it.
Oh, what's up, Tony? Yo, Tony!
Hazel is the best girl.
We got
Hey,
old
old
Wolf
Wolf,
now.
I showed some of your comics from earlier tonight. I was talking about Silver Surfer in the copy I got from you. Like, hell yeah, I'm glad and happy
Silver
with my
Surfer
copy.
is
I ain't
the
going
best.
nowhere. All right. Here are these are the last two books that I got, and you'll see like why I should not spend any more money for a little while.
Oh,
Mighty Avengers,
I need
69.
Yeah.
Nice.
First appearance of the Grandmaster,
Nice.
as well as the first cameo of the Sinister Squadron, or the
Yeah,
Squadron
you're right.
Sinister.
Damn.
Who
Even
later
though
becomes Squadron Supreme.
their first appearance cover is a lot better, though.
All right, I'm bringing up the banger alert, and I do apologize for this in advance, but this is definitely a banger. So
Just bring back the Step
Prepare
on Me Mommy interlude they had.
Yes. Oh my god.
so banger alert, folks. Be prepared for this.
Warning, 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 warning. Banger alert, banger alert. Oh, look at the little kitty. And he's playing with the tiny little chick. Wait, you're here for comic books, you dumb asshole! It puts the lotion in the basket. It puts the lotion in the basket.
Here it is, Avengers number
Nice.
5.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
You
Incredibly-
are a beast.
A 6.5 condition, fine copy. It has some
A
flaws.
little more near
sure.
mint.
It's a little bit more near mint than my.
Lavin.
It's a little bit more near mint than the next issue I have.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the lowest issue I have is, it is Chillmonger. Oh, stupid, I get it.
Here we go. All right.
Yeah,
oh my
This one
gosh.
is like in a
That's the next one I need. I got
It's
9.
like a
That's the lowest one I got.
maybe a 3. I don't
But
know.
you
I
got
mean,
it
it's
though.
Yeah,
It's
I just have
right.
the Marvel Masterworks for these first 10. I'm not even going to try to get singles. No way.
take a picture, folks.
Screenshot.
So yeah, those are the issues
That's
that came
money you
out.
could have put towards Fletcher.
You could fund us.
I
Exactly.
basically could have funded almost a quarter of the project with that. But hey, at least I no longer need a fantastic. Wait, I still need a Fantastic Four number 5, but I also need a.
I'm
I
so
no
glad
longer
you were
need
able
a
to get it,
Avengers
though.
file.
That's really cool.
So that's been the show, and I want to give everybody the opportunity to let everybody know if there's going to be an appearance y'all are making, or where people can find you on the interwebs. I was going to say Miracle Man. I miss him. Mind Shift. Are you going to be making any appearances coming soon on the Hood Rat or anywhere else?
We actually had a show this past Monday. If you guys want to go on Hood Rat Comics channel, go ahead and check it out. It was a great show. Dan, he always does these phenomenal series. Every time he does a series, I always have a list of books that I have to add to my wish list on eBay. So if you can go check it out on the Rewind, go ahead. I'm actually going to be doing an episode of the Teacher's Lounge that was chatted up with Todd yesterday, and we're going to try to do a show on Thursday. Probably going to be around 9 West Coast time, so if you guys have time, come check us out. We're just going to be chatting and hanging out. Nothing too formal, just chilling. But besides that, you can find me on Instagram, comments on them for under Mind Shift. I haven't been posting much recently. I've just been chatting with people in the DMs, but hopefully I'll get back to posting more consistently. And then of course my YouTube channel is Comments on the Mind. I love all y'all.
Are you Mind Shift on Twitter
Oh,
as
if
well?
no pull list.
Or
I
are
don't
you-
have a Twitter yet.
Okay.
I feel some type of way about Twitter. So I technically do have a Twitter.
All
but it
of
was
us feel
when I
a
went-
type of way, but it's not the same type of way.
Yeah. I do. I technically have a Twitter that I started when I was a senior in high school when it first came out. It is some random anime name, Naruto something or Jiraiya Sama something. I can't remember.
Jiraiya 42069.
Something like that. But maybe one day I'll get one. Well,
I'll still follow you on Instagram.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I don't use it as often, but I am on there. So
Nice.
All right, Derek, where can people reach you?
Kazakun Forever on Twitter. That's where I'm more active or most active. I think Kazakun Crowe.
There it
on
is, right
Instagram.
there. Because I was 17.
Forever.
Please support Fletcher Cross. We're really trying to make it happen. We just need to get it printed. It's completely finished. Art, lettering, all that stuff. It just needs to go to the printer, essentially. And we're only asking for $2,500. We're almost a fifth of the way there, so please support us. I do want to shout out a couple more things, if that's okay.
No, go ahead.
Forum Press Comics in general, from Kyler Merrill. He's a great guy. He's really putting in the work to build this brand, and he's wanting to do so much more than just Fletcher Cross. So definitely make Fletcher a success and check out all of the stuff we have and he has on Forum Press. And then also Speaking of digital comics that we were talking about earlier, there's a Comixology original series that is just starting called The Never Ending Party, written by Joe Corallo and Rachel Pollack of Doom Patrol. And
oh my gosh!
yeah. They're co-writing it together. Unfortunately, I can't remember who's on art currently. Joe's a good friend, and I really want all of his books to succeed as well, and to see him go further. So please check that out as well.
And if
Yo,
you
all
see down
wolf.
here, oh, let's see this.
Warriors, come
Nice.
on, Ray. I'm out here, so I have to be a Warriors fan.
Well, if you see down here, Ace just wrote, remember, if you back Fletcher Cross and DM them the proof of your purchase, you'll get 2 special prizes. So flex your legs, but maybe not tonight on Old Wolf's part. But otherwise,
yeah, I haven't checked the score, so it was bad when I left the living room.
oh man, Rose Gray, I don't remember my original eBay account either because I bought so much stuff and then didn't for a couple years because I was too busy dating. Oh, how dumb that was.
I took a
Spend
leave of
your
absence
time
from
on
eBay
things
for
that-
several years as well, and I got really lucky to get back into it.
Yeah. So just by Derek and my story, don't waste time on dating. Spend time on things that matter. Comic
Exactly.
books. And independent comic books, specifically those by small-time creators, so that way you can get them onto larger projects that can get into your hands and promote better works for things that you enjoy. And that's my pitch.
Agreed. Yeah.
I
Because
agree.
remember, Fletcher Cross is home-cooked food while Spawn is fast food. That is why you should be reading Fletcher Cross. So we want to thank you all again for tuning in for another episode of Not Near Mint. This is episode 146. I can't believe it's gone this long. We don't know who's going to be on next week.
Bye,
But-
Ace. Talk to you
Hey.
later.
Bye, Ace. But we just want to thank you all for watching, and we will be back next week, same time, same place. We thank you all for watching. Derek, thank you so much for coming
Thank you for
on to
having
the
me on
show
here.
again.
Yeah, we appreciate it, dude.
You're
Always
welcome.
love being on here.
You're welcome anytime. We look forward to the new Fletcher Cross. I will make sure that as soon as I check my bank account after what I did today, that I will get that in there.
Look, if you funded us right now completely, you'd get all the books, and then you can do whatever you want with them. So
I heard Rob Wurst is going to be on this show. That is right, Ace. I will be on that show next week. And you are right, Old Wolf. Good night. We thank you all so much for watching. Chillmonger and Natharex, Old Wolf, Rose Gray, Ace, Lady Fantastic. We miss you all. We thank you all for watching. We will be back next week. Good night. Read all
Love
your
y'all.
books.
Good
Unlike
night.
me.
see ya. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in. If you want to see this episode again, along with a catalog of back episodes and issues, surf on over to Not Near Mint on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe and hit that bell for notifications.